my niggas. Ain't nobody realer than my motherfucking niggas.
All right, so go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us about your work and what you've been doing.
I'm Mike Maven, and I'm a music producer. I work with the likes of Future, Juvenile, Rick Ross, Meek Mill, just about a gang load of people now.
Who is your favorite person to work with?
Oh, my favorite person to work with, let me see. I don't know, I got a couple different people. I pretty much enjoy everybody that I work with.
Did you grow up here in Atlanta?
No, I actually didn't. I grew up between two cities. I grew up between New Orleans, Louisiana, and Mobile, Alabama. My parents moved from New Orleans like when I was a baby, and I went to school and everything in Mobile, but we took frequent trips back to New Orleans. The rest of my family's there, so kind of grew up between two cities, man. I'm a mutt when it comes down to the cities.
What other kind of jobs have you had besides being a producer?
Oh, let me see. I'm gonna give y'all a messed up job. I was like a door-to-door newspaper boy. And I had to go and sell stuff door to door and get doors slammed in my face all day. I did that. Worst one was I worked at Chuck E. Cheese. So it was crazy, man.
How long have you been a producer?
I've been a music producer now for about 10 years professionally. I started out by just basically working around my city and trying to find local acts that, were popping in the city. And from there, I started landing other things. I became a writer, and from being a writer, I got under a Grammy-winning producer, learned the tricks to the trade, and from there, it was just history.
Where are we right now? What's the name of this studio? Where are we?
We're at Sound Lounge Studios. This is my studio here. This is where we're at in Atlanta. A lot of big people come through here. This is where I do all my work at, I went and plugged my studio. Y'all want to come get that studio time, anything like that right there? Y'all already know what it is.
What's the first thing you thought about when you woke up this morning?
I'm hungry. Nah, I'm playing. First thing I thought about, I try to get my day started by, just contacting all the record labels and things like that, sending out new beats and just checking up on all the business. So my mind's always on business 24 hours a day.
Do you have a favorite artist that's not alive right now?
That's not alive? Tupac. Tupac is my dude. Tupac was one of the people that was very influential in my life. I used to listen to his music and just get away.
Do you go out often in Atlanta?
Going out to me is going to the studio. When I do get a record that I feel like is that one or whatever, or if I need to just catch a vibe, because sometimes it just gets draining. I'll hit, just any club. I sometimes go to Jay's, and I hate to say it, I go to Onyx, all the strip clubs and everything, because you catch vibes. What's popping in Atlanta, what's popping around, because they're going to play all the new hot stuff,
What's something about yourself that people be surprised to know?
That people will be surprised to know. I guess that, I'm a father, I'm a husband. I'm, pretty much just a real big family man, family is first to me.
How would you describe most of the music that you've produced?
Most of the music, it varies, because some of the music that I've produced, it's more mellow stuff. Some of it is on the trap level. I do pop. Pretty much just varies right now.
Someone that you've met that inspired you?
I would say Jerry Wonder. Jerry Wonder's a music producer. He's done stuff for from the Fugees on up to Michael Jackson. And when I got a chance to work with Jerry, it was just a powerful situation, and he really inspired me and showed me, ways to become a super producer, per se.
Were you in any clubs in high school?
Nah, I was a basketball player in high school, so pretty much that was my thing. I had a scholarship to Auburn University, so.
Do you play any musical instruments?
Oh yeah, I do play piano. Play a little bit on the drums. I ain't a beast on the drums, but I play piano fluently.
What was the last time that you had a really, really great time, and where were you?
Last time I had a great time, I probably was at the studio, and we just had one of those nights. It was one of those nights where everybody kind of came through, and I was at Platinum Sound Studio with Jerry. And I think that night, Seven came through, Rakim came through, just a lot of big legends, you know what I'm saying, that just came through that night just randomly. So we partied out real hard.
What's the last movie you saw?
If I do catch a movie, it's something old. Like the last movie I watched was Harlem Nights. Like,
The last person you called?
my wife. That's a good answer. I like that.
How many times have you, I guess, had a major setback that you had to overcome?
Ooh. I mean, somebody told me something crazy one time. They were like, you know, if you never have setbacks, then you'll never be able to not make the mistakes again. So I've had crazy setbacks. I said at least 20, 30, you know what I'm saying? Just trying to figure out my way. But the good thing was that those setbacks showed me what I needed to do right the next time.
For people that are in school right now or that are trying to do what you do on a regular basis, what advice do you have for them?
And one of the main things, man, is just stay in the studio, become a studio rat, you know, grind hard, keep God first, you know, stay real prayerful, and just network, man. Networking gets you a long way. When I moved to Atlanta, I didn't have anything. I wasn't who I was, and I just got out and I networked, and that's how my career started moving. I met the right people and positioned myself with those people to become who I am today.
Do you have a favorite piece of equipment?
Favorite piece of equipment? Yeah, I do actually. Like my Apollo. My Apollo is like my baby. Like it's the core to like my whole sound. I'm giving away secrets right now. Let me shut up.
What's your favorite genre?
My favorite genre? All right, y'all gonna find this real funny. Even though I do a lot of hip hop stuff, I'm like really like into like EDM stuff. I love the way that they put everything together. So like EDM is crazy to me.
Name an artist that you haven't worked with that you would.
Ooh, right now, I'm gonna say Jay-Z. Like I've been a big Jay-Z fan for a long time, and I think if I got a record with him, like that'd be one of those instant fan modes. I would have to snap back into producer mode, like for real.
What are your favorite VSTs?
I would say Silent. Like Silent One is like real dope to me. The majority of my music has something from Silent in it, you know.
What is your favorite restaurant? Like, where do you go to? Where do you go to chill besides the studio?
The studio.
And Jay,
Like, is there like
besides those two places?
Besides those two places. Oh man, okay. Y'all gonna find out my dirty little habit. My dirty little habit right now with food is like Chipotle. Like I love Chipotle. Like that's my choice. Okay. You know,
I like the burrito. Like I can't eat all of it at once. It's too much. Anyways.
Random fact. It's illegal to play dominoes in Alabama on a Sunday. All right, number one, y'all need to go and check out that Mardi Gras 2 Juvenile's album. You know, I did like, 5 records on there. So y'all go check that out. Really dope. Let me see what else. Need to check out the boy Kevo. Kevo, that's my artist. I'm telling you, boy, it's gonna be flame. So be looking out for that. That's what we're working on now. Let's see what else. I don't know. I got a couple records that in the making that I can't talk about, but I will let y'all know. I will get back to y'all, and I will come and do this again and be like, yo, y'all go cop this right here too. So. All right, I want to give a shout out to, you know, my whole Sound Lounge Studios team, Will, you know, J-Rock, Taj, Sonny. I want to give a shout out to the Mike Maven fam, which is Kevo, you know, Baby E, Allen Edwards. Want to give a shout out to Jerry, Juvie, Future. How many more I got? I don't know. Two more. Okay, I got 2 more. And I want to give a shout out to my wife and my mom.
That was a good too.
So y'all already know. You just watched the interview with your boy Mike Maven on the Rise. Boy!
Cause I don't give up no paper. I swear you niggas are haters just like the people